All right, y'all. Hope you guys had a great Valentine's Day. Especially those who, in great relationships and marriages. Blessed that if you guys went out of town or just, just chilled or anything, man, that you had a great spiritual awakening, a good day, and you was reminiscing good times with your loved one. And those are single too. Just very taking this day is, just pretty much reflecting, and if you do desire to be in a relationship, that you're praying to the Lord that He will give you the right type of person, then you'll be in the right state of mind to be that person that you want to be, and to obtain a great relationship and sustain it. So that's enough for that, man. But I really want to go into more in detail of Dwayne's Wade son, or just kind of named himself to Zaya Wade. And he's getting a lot of support, especially from people like celebrities like The Game. And you had Jason Collins. Now, Jason Collins was an NBA, he's an NBA ambassador. He was one of the first NBA players to openly announce that he was homosexual back in 2013. And this is significant because now he's the NBA ambassador. He's really being a huge advocate of being a spokesperson for the LGBTQ community, and he's talking to building relationships with other players that might be afraid to come out the closet, because when you're in the NBA and you got all this notoriety and you're really good, and you don't want anything to affect your game, and they know that being a homosexual they might receive a lot of scrutiny, and in the locker room they might do some endorsements. Who knows? It's just that they want to do things behind the scenes, so they kind of may like dress up in women garments, all these type of things that may give you hidden clues, but at the same time they want to remain like that alpha type of personnel and on the basketball court. But at the same time, man, I look at it as this: like you gotta look at it. Dwayne Wade is a parent, okay, and Gabriel Union, they're a parent, okay, and you want to train your child's ways to go, so when they grow old they won't depart from it. According to the Book of Proverbs, you want to, as a man, give them discipline, knowledge, teach them how to defend themselves. It's a reflection of you because they represent your family last name. You want to love them unconditionally. That's the best love you can do. You're going to lead them to the water, but you can't force them to drink it. But you can at least show them a good avenue. Like, hey, this is how you're supposed to live your life. And I like Dwayne Wade. I don't know what he does in his personal time, but I like what he used to do on the court. And he did leave a legacy. He did that part. And he kind of showed like Zaire and his other, family, his family, that hey, in the sea, that you can be somebody, and you can carve your own path as well. You can be better than me. And you don't want to bash, you don't want to kill your son, you don't want to do all these type of things, but at the same time, man, if Zaya was wearing women's garments, that's okay. At the end of the day, I'm not going to sit up here and shame him. But if he says to turn around and say, "Hey, I'm homosexual," then we have another conversation. Now we have to say, "Okay, now I got to put you in this box. Like, okay, you're a homosexual. This is okay. This is the borderline that you want to do." And I just think this, man, I mean, I don't think it's affecting manhood, in the black community or anything, because maybe he's on TV or whatever, but the child is influenced, or his environment, and it's influenced from his father and the things that goes on in the household. What I mean is that if you really look closely and pay attention, Dwayne Wade always been kind of wearing like fruity clothing. He been wearing like, just different like skirts and something that's just very high tight that women will wear. Okay. And when they've been taking pictures of him and Gabrielle Union, I've been looking at suspect, wearing purses and stuff like that, man, thinking it's cool and it's a style. And the child sees that, he might be huge influence about that, man. So, I mean, we don't know exactly personally what Zay was going through, but I will say it's this: as he's transitioning to another gender, I do believe there should be some restrictions of him getting to athletics. And the reason I say that, because it's not fair to the women. And you think about it, I hear transgenders breaking the 100-meter dash record, at a school for the women's division, or the 400 meters. Why are they so dominating? Well, you got to understand, no matter how feminine they act, biologically speaking, they're still a man. Men are stronger than women. They have bigger bones, stronger bones, muscles. They can endure a lot more than an average woman. And if I'm a woman, I would be kind of upset. Like, dang, man, like this is not fair. I'm basically going against a man that just look like a woman. This is not cool. Why are we competing now? It's create unnecessary stress on me, and biologically speaking, that it's gonna be kind of humanly impossible for me to achieve my dream and my goals. Now, I was reading an article. I was looking just through my Facebook timeline that they said was one women some women at a college campus was blocking and banning the participation of transgender athletics because at the same time it's not a fair fight at all. And I don't know if Zay's gonna go into the basketball, the sports for women or anything like that because he is influenced through a basketball player as Dwayne Wade. We that's just my only thing. I don't know if he's using this as an easy way out so you can get scholarships. Who knows? But the competition amongst women is going to be very it should be very restricted, man, when it comes to athletics, man, or anything, cycling, any type of things, man. But is he's gonna go to the same bathroom as women? All these type of things that Dwayne Wade has to take into consideration. Even though you're supposed to love your son, but pretty sure you should having these distinctive conversations with him because it's gonna start a series of confusion in a way. But Zaire and other people, I think Zaire, he wrote a heartfelt message to his son, to his brother on Instagram. But I just think as a parent, man, I mean, it's the Christian Bible, man. You should really go through this. It does speak highly against homosexuality in the book of Leviticus, and according to the book of 1 Corinthians 6:9-18, that you 6:9-10. I'm sorry, you will not homosexuals and murderers and sorcerers will never enter the kingdom of God. And I don't know which his religious belief is, his spiritual belief, but this is the foundation that you're setting. That I guess, hey, I love you unconditionally. I want you to carve your own way and live your best life. But to me personally, this shouldn't have a huge effect on the black community. I mean, because a son is going to do what his son does or what his father does. I mean, especially if he's leading. They do what they see what their parents do, man. I mean, that's the whole ground of inspiration, whether they're in their lives or not, man. But that's all I really have to say, man. It's your boy Only Join. You guys tell me what you guys think about this whole Zaya situation. Is Dwayne Wade an unfit parent? Should he get should he still get this support from other celebrities? Do you think this is absurd? It's an abomination. I want you guys' thoughts. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy Only Jr. I'm out. Deuces.